What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Shop Mini RC. I'm Ken, and today we got a little something new here. We're going to tear this guy open, show you what it's about. Let's see. Yeah! Look at that. Bam! So this is the EazyRC 1/18th Colorado, which is fitting. We're in Colorado. I'm digging that it's a 1/18th. It's like a 4x4 little monster truck basher, which is going to be awesome. We don't have a lot of bashers in our collection. Really have any small ones, or it's hard to find good small bashers. You know, everybody's got the big bashers. So, you know, X Max, the rock bashers like the Rift and stuff. But little bashers are rough. I mean, we got like this, not really a basher. These guys, you know, they're 1/18th. This is a 1/18th low C mini B. It's actually a mini T 2.0. Mini Bs are like 1/16th. Anyway. This guy is rear wheel drive only, so it's rough to bash with. You've got like the Traxxas Latrax and a couple other small options out there, but not a ton. So this being a new addition to the market should be pretty slick, and it's brushless, and it's 3S capable. At least that's what we've read. Let's check it out. So I guess first things first, we'll take a look at the box. Here's all your features. It's got all metal oil-filled shocks. Pretty cool. It comes with a 2S, 45 amp brushless LiPo, 4-pole high torque motor with metal heat sink and cooling fans with a top speed of 45 kilometers an hour. And that 45 kilometers an hour is really like 27 miles per hour for us Americans in the US. But if you do 3S instead of the 2S, you're going to be hitting like 65 kilometers per hour, which is right around 40 miles per hour. So instead of 27, 40, which is pretty nutso. Next up is all metal gears and metal differentials, which is pretty awesome. It's got all ball bearings, so no bushings. It's 16-piece ball bearings. Honeycomb structured chassis with metal reinforcements. We'll take a closer look at that when we open. PC material shell, so basically like a hard Lexan. Talks about the tires here, adjustable pull rod or steering rod, basically the tie rods, and a 4-channel 2.4 gigahertz remote with independent receiver, which is nice. If it's got, since it's not a 2-in-1 combo, you can swap your electronics around very easily, which is very, very, very cool. We're digging that. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Anything on this side? No, just some big tires. That's the front. It's officially licensed, guys. It's an officially licensed Chevy Colorado. That's pretty sick. And then there's 3 color options, and looks like a brushed option. We got the brushless. There's like the white, red, black, the blue, white, and then the red, black, and that's what we got, because that's our channel colors. Let's get it open. Ooh, buddy. Little instruction book here. Oh, that's nice. They have like plastic over it to make sure it doesn't get scratched up on the inside of the box from shipping. I dig that. Ooh, it's got some weight to it. Man, this thing is cool looking. We've got this inside box here with our remote and other goodies. You put a little pad on the remote there so it doesn't get damaged. Nice. This is a standard remote that a lot of the FMS and Rock Hobby and EazyRC and all those different ones, they're all using basically the same style remote, which is cool. I wonder if I wonder if these guys will bind up. We just snagged these up off of AliExpress. We were hoping they'd bind to the FCX24 stuff and the CR18P Hobby Plus stuff, but they did not bind to that. But they did bind to our 1/6 scale Jimny's remotes. So I think it uses the same style remote. So we're going to try that. And then boom, we've got a wheelie bar that comes with it, so that's cool. Roller wheelie. Then our USB charger, screwdriver, body clip, extra body clip, and our T-wrench. I'm assuming the battery is going to be inside already. Oh, nice 2 body clips there. All right, so before we even take this off, let's clear some space here. All right, let's give it a look. It's got some rock sliders here, help protect the body. That's kind of nice. It's a hard plastic chassis. Ooh, the shocks feel pretty good. Like all the little sponsors, Easy Oil, Rocks, Moonman, ZR2. It's the 2230, Easy Racing, Easy Oil, Chevy logo, all that good stuff. Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. Some pretty stout bumpers here. This front bumper is stiff. All right, let's get it open. Man, this thing is so cool looking. Tires seem all right. They're a little stiff, but again, it's not a crawler. It's a basher. There's our body. We'll see how that holds up over time, I suppose. Probably not going to find out in the video if it breaks or cracks easily unless we do it while we're doing our running video, but should be good. And here's the insides. There's that receiver. It says IPX4 on it, just like these do. 3.5 to 8.4 volt. So that's cool. ESC. Assume that's a program report. You got a little fan on there. Our battery plug, our power button, servos underneath the ESC. Does that have a headlight? Is that LEDs? I think that's an LED light right there, guys. That's cool. The shocks are oil filled for sure. Yeah, all aluminum. That's cool. And let's see, little twisty thing here, little lock. There we go. There's the battery. Interesting. Crack this guy open. I almost want to crack this guy open. Looks like it's on a standard Dean's plug. And then a balance port. That's kind of annoying for charging if you're going to use a standard charger, because usually you plug the battery into a balance port. Something kind of like this. So I'm not going to be able to do that. We'll have to either make an adapter, or, like I said, I might just end up removing this battery from this case. But it is a nice hard case for sure. You know, it just kind of slides right in there. It looks like you can fit a much longer battery in there if you needed to. Just make sure you're not going to hit your steering here. You could always try to... Oh, this has got a little clip on it, so it's really designed to stop right there. But I do like that it's a hard-cased battery, though, because when you beat the heck out of it, it keeps the battery a little more safe. Now, I'd like to see if this thing is balance charged, but unfortunately, we can't even use our LiPo checker here. So that's a downside. But again, it's just a battery. We'll probably try to run this guy on 3S anyway. So we'll be replacing this battery at some point, I'm sure. Like I said, if we pop it out of the case, get a better way to kind of hold it in there. But we're going to run it like this for now, since we want to show you what it's about. Let's see, where's that charger? I guess the charger works just fine, just being able to plug that guy straight in there. Again, worst case, when we want to charge using a hobby grade charger, we can just cut this off and wire a adapter on to plug this into our hobby grade charger and balance charge it from there. So that's probably what we'll end up doing at some point. This does look like a much better charger for a USB charger than most of the other chargers that come with ready to run, so I'm digging that. Although I don't know if I'm the biggest truster, depending on what you're doing. For your average person though, if you're just looking to kind of get your first little basher, this will work just fine. But as you get into 3S and 4S and just different types of batteries, you're going to end up with a hobby grade charger at some point. So, but these are great for charging on the go. They're great for basically, you don't have any other charger, or throw it in your backpack, or if you're traveling around, you want to bring your truck with you. This charger is fantastic. The USB chargers work great for that. All right, let's plug this guy in. I'm kind of curious if it'd be nice to know what the charge status of the battery is. I assume it's balance charged. Ooh. The fan's super quiet. We're gonna have to get some batteries for this guy, so let me go do that. This guy just runs on 4 AAAs. We love our Amazon Basics rechargeables. They're fantastic. I'll actually put a link to these in the description below if you want to pick them up. We run these in pretty much all our remotes. I think these ones are like 1100 milliamp hour. Let's see here. Of course, after I put it in, I want to check. Oh, 2000. These ones are 2000 milliamp hours. So they got a nice long charge on them. We rarely have to charge them up, which is nice since we have so many remotes. Ooh, buddy. Oh, that's a pretty smooth little start up there. A little bit of cogging. Just a little bit. But again, it's not a crawler, guys. This is the basher. Ooh, buddy. You are set with forward, brake, and then reverse. It's interesting, you give it a little tap, and it seems like it's got kind of a little bit of throttle that holds. It's got a little tap, and then it kind of holds a little throttle for you, which is interesting. We'll have to see if there's a way to adjust that. We're going to get into the instruction manual here in a second. This is pretty standard though. Steering reverse, throttle reverse, your bind button, steering trim, throttle trim, and your steering dual rate. We kind of just want to get out there and run it. And then maybe we'll dive a little deeper into it. And if we hold these tires, watch this ballooning. It balloons. Yeah, buddy. And that's only on 2S. We get it on 3S. That's going to get nuts, I can already tell. All right, let's go run it a little bit. Actually, I lied. We're going to throw our wheelie bar on first. Looks like it goes on like so, and then like this. So it's kind of a higher wheelie bar, but these screws are going to have to come out according to our manual here. One thing I've noticed immediately is that all the screws are Phillips heads. So they're not hex heads here, they're Phillips heads. All right, here we go. Boom. Looking good, looking good. Just a few more things before we go out and run it. I just wanted to mention the ESC is waterproof. It's also using a flame retardant material on the battery that it mentions. Basically it's a lithium polymer shell using flame retardant materials, and it's more secure. So that's right off of the website, so that's good to know. Don't know what weight we've got in those shocks, but they do feel nice and smooth. Then the brushless motor here underneath this awesome fan and heat sink is a 4-pole high torque motor. And then, as I said, all metal gears throughout, open diffs, obviously it's a basher. And dog bones with CVDs. So CVDs here with dog bones on this side, both front and rear. So that's cool. I'm not sure the aftermarket support on this, or if there is much at all. I'm sure that EazyRC will sell replacement stock parts, but as far as upgrades, not sure what will work and what won't. Looks like there's multiple shock mounting positions here. You got 3 in the back, 2 in the front. Can't really see there. Here we go. 2 in the front. There you go. And then on the top, you've got, looks like the front has just, well, it's got 2. I don't know if you're going to be able to get that inner one, though, with this body mount here. But it's mounted to the outside right now there. And then the rears, you can definitely move that to the inside. There's 2 there, 1 and 2. So you can go in a little more angled if you want. Pretty slick. Feels really high quality. It's got a little bit of chassis flex, but that's fine. It's plastic. That's what you would expect. You want it to have a little bit of flex. Otherwise, stuff breaks. That's why a lot of people like to keep plastic for their bashers, because as soon as you start going to metal, other things start breaking. Eventually, the metal bends, blah, 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 blah. Keeping it plastic makes it far more durable. So there is some stuff you may want to upgrade to metal, but as long as the important driveline stuff is metal, you're probably good. As far as A-arms and all that, I mean, look, that's flexible as hell. Look at that. That's kind of what you want in a basher, right? You don't want to be breaking it. You want it to be durable. So, yeah, dig that for sure. Fronts are the same. Yeah, the tops are a lot more soft than the bottoms. The bottoms seem a little bit more stiff, but they still have that flex to them. Look at that. Still can flex them. See if I can. There you go. So, seems all right. I'm digging it. I forgot to show the light. Nice and bright. It's basically your channel 4 here. Click to turn it on, and then click and hold to turn it off. You have a channel 3, but that channel 3 is not being used. It's not that I can tell. I think the only thing plugged into channel 3 right now is the fan. Let's see. Well, the fan looks like it's plugged into channel 4. No, that's the light. Light's channel 4. My guess is the fan is channel 3. Yep, the fan is channel 3. So that's cool. I dig the light for sure. Now I saw in one of the listings for it, it said 2-speed shift. I don't know what that means. There's definitely not a 2-speed on this guy. It is a single speed. It doesn't even have like the power adjustment like 5 or 25, 50, 100% that some have, even though that's not really relevant. It's just a matter of giving it less throttle then, because those switches don't really do anything except reduce your maximum throttle. So I'm fine with it not having that. But again, I don't know why it says 2-speed on the website. But you don't need a 2-speed in a basher at all. So it's probably just a typo. Let's see the servo here. It does have a servo saver on it, which is good, because again, you don't want to be busting that. Because this is a little mini basher. That's what it is. It's a mini basher. So you can one-handed steer. It's a little rough. If you put a foam wheel on here, it'd be a little easier. But you can do it. My guess is you can also tighten that up a little bit if you want to tighten up your servo saver, but the whole point of the servo saver is to save your servo, and with a basher, that is super important. All right, now we're going to get out there. It's going to go get some running footage. Yeah, buddy. You almost nailed yourself. No, you're good. I usually just get lucky and it bounces back over. Oh, there. Letting it. Pretty cool that it can basically wheelie on demand, you know. Oh, jeez. I guess we're showing durability. Yeah. You got to learn how to land those jumps. You're gonna keep taking walks.
the next day.
Damn, guys, I cannot overstate how awesome this thing is. Look how dirty it is already. We've been beating the hell out of it. It's not even really that muddy out here. I mean, this is dry dirt. It's not really muddy, but it's enough, I guess. And yeah, it's getting just beat. And that's only on 2S, guys. We can still do 3S. So this thing is awesome. What a fun little basher. And it handles so well. And it hauls butt too. So can't wait for 3S. We lost a clip. Man, we're running out of clips quick on this guy. We lost 2 when we were letting the kiddo run it. I lost 1 just now. That means we got no leftovers because they give you 2 extras. Now this is not gonna fit in the most ideal way. Oh no, we need an adapter. BRB. All right, we got our adapter. Bam. Again, this is not ideal. This is a mofo. It's meant for crawling. It's 30C. It's not the best C rating for a basher. And hopefully it'll kind of stay in here. We're gonna tuck it in. It doesn't slide out too bad. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we just need to tuck this more. Like this. Did that seriously just happen? What the f? Oh man. Hold on. I'm hoping that was just the adapter, not the freaking ESC on this guy. All right, we're good. Holy shit. Just goes to show when you're not careful, or you know what happened? This shitty adapter. The wires look like they pulled out and touched. Ooh, buddy. Probably not good for our battery here. All right, we need to get a new adapter going, and we'll try again. This battery's about shot anyway, but still, that sucked. Glad it wasn't the truck. Whew. All right, BRB.
A few moments later.
All right, we redid our adapter. It's much better, thicker wire. Pretty much almost too thick, but we should be good. We're plugged in, no sparks. Let's try this guy again. All right, we're good to go. We can go ahead and tuck this like so. That'll help us hold our battery down. We need to get a proper battery for this, but at least now our battery won't just go crazy flopping around or anything. I don't really like that exposed wire, but we'll deal with it. Hopefully we get no fire. It's got some juice. All right, and we're off. All right, guys, so this guy's just too rough to run on 3S on the track. The track's kind of small, but I mean, it's not too crazy, but we're just gonna throw it down the street here and just do some little speed runs. Unfortunately, I don't have a GPS, so we don't know how fast it's gonna go. But again, they claim like 40 or 27, depending on 2S or 3S. One thing we realized is our receiver says 8.4 volts. So I don't know if the receiver's gonna hold up on 3S, but it says 3S on the website and the listing. So I guess we'll find out. Let's just go run it up and down the street a little bit. Should be fun. It's getting a little warm, but nothing crazy. The battery is getting warmer than the rest, so I think it's not a battery meant for bashing and speed runs and high voltage coming out of it. We have to get a proper 3S, I think. The C rating is just too low. So I figured I'd show you the stock battery again. It's a 25C 1050 milliamp 2S. We did go ahead and after we ran it the first time, we charged it up using their USB charger, and I wanted to see what the how it balanced it. And it looks like we got pretty good. It's 4.19 on one cell and 4.18 on the other cell. Again, off the stock USB charger. And so yeah, pretty good. They probably have it not go to 4.2 all the way, just to be safe, just to help make sure that you're not putting too much crazy wear and tear on the battery itself. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely recommend using a hobby grade charger. You'll have to make sure you charge it through the balance port on this guy, just like their USB. You can always cut this, make an adapter. We kind of use this for all of our 2S batteries. You can just plug in through the balance port and it charges it balanced through our main leads and the balance cable. Easy's for our Mini Z2. Anyway. That was a close one. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This little thing's a beast. It's super fun, and we beat the hell out of it. I mean, you can see how scratched up it is. Yeah. We lost all of our body clips but one, even the extras, so be ready to have body clips on hand. We also flipped it upside down a ton. Just trying to, I guess, test the durability, if you will. And we're trying to do stoppies and stuff, whatever. But overall, I mean, doesn't look too crazy. It's not too beat up. No broken wheelie bars, no broken A-arms, no bent axles. Everything's nice and smooth still. It's badass. We do need to get a proper 3S. We ended up doing this adapter because it's not ideal to go adapter into adapter into adapter. Also, that's a lesson if you saw. Make sure your adapters and your plugs don't have exposed wires. That's pretty much what happened. It almost looks like it happened exactly when we plugged it in. I mean, it did, but it had nothing to do with us plugging it in. It had to do with me kind of pulling on the cable to plug it in, and it made the two wires basically right at our JST right there just touch, and it smoked. So nothing crazy, but it definitely scared the heck out of me at first. And yeah, again, just check your wires, all that kind of stuff. And again, going adapter into adapter into adapter is probably not ideal. But that also brings me to a point that it seemed like the stock 2S just had way more low-end torque. I don't know if it's in the ESC to do more torque and less high speed, but the 3S seemed like it had more wheel speed at the top end as you held the trigger down. It's got this interesting curve to the ESC. I wish there was a way to program the ESC because there's some stuff I'm not really the biggest fan of. The reverse is one of them. Like you have to literally go, you can go forward, brake, let off. You have to wait for half a second before you reverse, which is very frustrating. None of my other RCs are quite like that, so I'm not the biggest fan of that. But again, just takes some getting used to. And it's not the forward brake reverse that's the issue. We race a Mini Z and tons of other cars, so we're all about the forward brake reverse. It's about the amount of delay because it's forward brake, then reverse. And that's what's frustrating about it. Again, not the drive mode, because we race with forward brake reverse. It's not just forward reverse. You know, we actually prefer forward brake reverse on almost everything except our crawlers. So I totally get the forward brake reverse. I know how it works. Some people might think, well, you're just a crawler guy. No, I get it. I race. And so I'm very familiar with that setup, and it's just too much delay. It's definitely not a deal breaker at all. I just wish I could program the ESC for throttle curve and stuff like that. At least make some adjustments into the brake. But beyond that, freaking awesome. But like I was saying, as you give it full throttle, it kind of ramps up. And on the 3S, you definitely get more wheel speed. At least it seemed like it. But the 2S stock battery just had a ton more torque. And I don't know if that had to do with our adapters, because when you're going adapter into adapter into adapter, you end up having more resistance in that circuit. So that probably had something to do with it. Just also not being probably the best battery. That battery's been used a lot. I don't know how much life is left in that guy, especially after our little short circuit, but we tried running it anyway. I don't know. It seems to have fine voltage and all the cells are balanced. So I don't know, but we'll get a proper battery that fits. Also, 450 milliamps on that little 3S just wasn't enough. We got like 5 minutes out of it. Whereas the 1050 2S that comes with, you get like 20 to 25 minutes, maybe 30, depending on how hard you're pushing it. And if you're just going at it, you probably get about 20, 25. But if you're running it fairly reserved, I guess, which you're not going to do that with a basher, but you can probably get 30, 35 minutes out of it, no problem. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. This EazyRC little 18 scale basher is awesome. I guess I can compare the size real quick. Here's a Mini T. So you can see the Mini T is significantly smaller. This is what they call a 1/18. Okay. The wheelbase width isn't too crazy far off, but the length definitely is, right? There's a Mini B. The Mini B is much closer. Mini B is what they call a 1/16th, but the wheelbase is definitely closer. It's a little longer. So this guy's dropping right in there. My guess is it's like a 1/16th or 1/17th, realistically. But again, you don't have trucks that really look like this with these kind of crazy tires. If we were to pull that body off, here's a 1/18th Traxxas. Not quite. I mean, you could fit it. You could run it. It's not crazy looking. You just need to get it lower, get it tucked in like that. If it was a little bit bigger body, then you would, but this is a 1/18th. So I would say this guy is closer to a 1/17th. But either way, it's awesome for a mini basher. There are not a lot of mini bashers out there. And dude, like I said, durable as hell. We were beating the heck out of it. You saw the kiddo at our local hobby store. I had brought it along because I planned on shooting some B-roll out front just a little bit while I was there, because I was trying to hurry and get enough done for the release of this thing. And he was there and he saw it and he's like, "What is that?" So I was like, "Let me let you drive it a little bit." And he had fun with it. Plus I figured if he breaks it, we know. And so he ran it hard and he never broke it. So pretty sweet. The only thing we had realistically is on our body. You can see it's starting to, because we hit the back so much, it's starting to fold just a little bit. I think we have a little crack right there. So nothing a little shoe glue won't fix. We should probably reinforce it back there anyway, or just stop flipping it on its butt. We just keep flipping it on its butt. So that's on us. But other than that, all the important stuff, durable. It feels good. So maybe at some point we'll do a full breakdown on this guy, and we'll take it apart and dig into it. Maybe we'll do upgrades if they come out with some upgrades for it, or aftermarket support starts to happen. I don't know what I'd want to upgrade on it right now. Seems fine, but yeah. Guess that's it, guys. why don't you put down in the comments below, bash 'em, crash 'em, Colorado. Bash 'em, crash 'em, Colorado. It's the EazyRC Colorado, guys. Fun, fun, fun. I'll put a link down in the description below to all the different Amazon offerings. There's a couple different Amazon offerings, and the price may vary, so I don't want to get into pricing because by the time this video comes out, or by the time you see it, who knows what the price may be. So just click the link, check it out, and yeah. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. Do all those things you do at the end of videos you like. I appreciate all the viewerships. Don't forget, we also have memberships, channel memberships. Check that out as well. Down below somewhere, there should be a join button. You can check that out. It gives you extra perks, early viewing on videos, no ads, if you're at the highest level, stickers, and extra entries into certain contests. We have do certain giveaways and contests. Being a channel member gets you extra entries. So does like sending in pictures like that. Anyway, search our channel for giveaways. You might find some stuff there. And that's all I got to say, guys. I guess get out there, build something awesome, build a course, build a car, build a community, and then smash them, crash them, and bash them. Finally bashing them, but don't break any expensive parts.